Turkey shrieked at the sudden snog. Perfect, Cat burst out laughing, holding his tummy and clapping his hand on his thighs. Nice, he landed it. Turkey turned around, laying with her back on the couch. Armor back on.
Gotta put my clothes back on.
Turkey turned around, laying with her back on the couch. Atlas, she said with a gasp and laughed too. Grab this. Atlas's giggle turned into a guffaw, and Turkey kicked once more at him. Hey, no kicking, he warned and grabbed her ankles, holding them down next to his lap. Her bent legs gave him a free sight at her knickers. Slightly flushed, he looked up and silently sighed as he saw that the couple didn't pay him any attention. You follow me? Okay.
Hmm.
There's a coal right here.
All right.
Grab this and just run. This way. Hey, no kicking, he warned.
What?
Wait, I've already seen that. Oh, rip. Oh, shit!
I was so busy listening and also watching, trying to follow you, that I didn't notice my health.
You got moist.
Ooh.
Alright, you grab the ember at least, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so back to light rolling. Okay, where am I? Behave yourself, young lady, Cat agreed to his friend. His both hands on her cheeks from behind, lifting her chin and giving her a dearly kiss on the lips, and then his fingers softly stroked across her cheeks, sending hot waves through the woman's body. Aroused by the little fight and the affectionate gestures from the F1 monkey. Actually, wait, Cat, where's your wife? You might as well have your wife listen to this, too. Have her marvel at your writing abilities. I love it. Aroused by the little fight and the affectionate gestures from the F1 monkey, the fleet commander was heated up and wanted more. Oh wait, I'm the fleet commander? Okay then. How am I fleet commander but not FC, but not anchor? Atlas is anchor, not FC.
It's got branded.
Alright, well I went through the door, I'm gonna do that jump again. I'm gonna see if I can fucking do the jump while reading this, actually. I need to figure out where we are. The fleet commander was heated up and wanted more. She grabbed her with her arms around the F1 monkey's neck and pulling him back on her lips, kissing him deeply. Cat's hands moved down her collarbones further to her breasts and up again. I made it. Nice. What fucking armor. I need to put my clothes back on. And up again. Turkey was more heated up by his action, and her breath got deeper and more intensive. Hands now moved to her coastal arch and upper arms, making Turkey feel the heat inside her belly, and her body tingled. Atlas watched them with an unfamiliar good feeling inside. True to be said, he was aroused. His belly tickled, and he could feel abdomen. Okay. Oh wait, I could feel a hot wave running through his body, ending up in his lower abdomen. He didn't even recognize that he started with his right hand to slightly stroke her shin. As he moved further to her thigh, feeling the warm and soft skin, his pants started to bulge. It begins! Atlas Turkey asked, slightly surprised, making the kiss with Storm Ruler. Where's my...
Oh.
Alice asked, slightly surprised, breaking the kiss with the F1 monkey. She was astonished at the sudden touch, but it felt good and comfortable. Atlas froze as two pairs of eyes looked at him. He didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to do. Oh, God! He felt caught and embarrassed. He needed to get out of this situation, out of this room, out of the captain quarters. His mind started to panic. Can I have a kiss on the cheek? Remember, you kind of owe it me? Okay. She pointed with a finger on her cheek, breaking the silence. Rolling. You got the Storm Ruler equipped? Oh, you don't have one yet. You have to go to the other room. Alice hesitated for a moment. She didn't say something bad, and she don't look like she's blaming me, he thought, being glad that he had a close shave. So he leaned forward until he reached her left cheek and gave her a soft kiss. Immediately, Turkey swung her arms around his neck, holding him in position. She turned her head until her lips met his and gave him a proper kiss. All right, here comes the boss fight. Atlas pulled his head back and gasped. He tried to sit up, but was held back by Turkey's arms. He was shocked. One part of him wanted more. wanted to move with the kiss, but the other part was frightened, especially with Katz sitting right next to him, not knowing how the F1 monkey would react to the behavior of this girl. Atlas, Katz said, capturing the anchor's attention. It's okay, go ahead. His eyes shined brightly, and he had a warm smile on his face, gesturing Atlas that he agreed to it. So Atlas gave in. He lowered his... Ah, fuck. I'm about to die. He lowered his head again, and the woman slipped with her tongue inside his mouth. He moaned at her movement, feeling his pelvic base getting hot. She moved further into him, tightening her grip and pulling him closer until he lay next to her, his right arm around her upper body. Scrolling down. Jesus, we're starting to go into wall of text mode. Katz sat up and pulled his shirt off, watching them for a moment, with his left hand starting to lightly fondle across her blouse over her already swollen right breast. Since when did boobs swell? While Atlas moved with his mouth to her neck, gently nibbling and biting at her soft skin. The F1 monkey made circular movements with his thumb around the hard nipple. Turkey groaned and lifted her chest, pressing her breast against his fingers. He tightened the grip, lowered his head, and kissed her firmly on the fabric before making contact. Both men... Wait, I lost me. Tightened the grip, lowered his head, and kissed her firmly on the fabric before he removed his hand. The woman grumbled at the sudden loss of contact, making both men chuckle. So Atlas pleased the girl with moving both his hands onto her breasts, grasping and squeezing them gently, while he proper kissed her on the mouth again, their tongues playing with each other. I will set my sign down outside of the dancer.
Mm-hmm.
How many pages? Oh my god, I'm only a fucking quarter of the way through. Cat lifted her blouse and let his fingers slightly glide across her belly, causing goosebumps wherever he touched the soft, warm skin. He glided further down to the waistband of her skirt, undoing the button and unzipping it. Grabbing the skirt on each side, slowly pulled the fabric down, making sure to kiss every part of her skin that appeared under the material. Fuck, I don't have a dark weapon. Lightning I'll have to do. Atlas lowered his head, kissing and sucking her cleavage, whilst he groped on her breasts. Why would you suck the cleavage?
Ooh.
The cleavage? No. Yeah, but the cleavage itself? What? That's just in between the boobs. No, where was I? Whilst he groped on her breasts, Turkey inhaled deeply, relishing the spoiling by both men. She dropped her head backwards, closed her eyes, and let them explore her body. As Kat reached the spot over her pubis... Oh my god, we're going to the fucking medical terms, are we? I guess you did that twice already. Turkey started to wince, and she pressed her thighs firm against each other, not letting in between her legs. Try to do this while fighting a Lothric guy. It's not easy, by the way. He grinned boldly, if not from the front, then from the back. He thought and pulled her skirt off in one go. The F1 monkey grabbed her ankles and pressed her lower legs onto her upper ones. Wait, what? Okay. Holding them with one hand in position. We're breaking anatomy here. His free hand... I'm thinking like bending forward, breaking the kneecap.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, are we going into amputee shit here now? Grabbed ankles and pressed the lower legs onto her upper ones, holding one hand in position. His free hand moves across her thigh to her vagina, feeling her warm and also wet, slippery, as he moved his fingers over her lips and clit. Stop with me, damn it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm trying to.
Fuck, I'm about to vomit. Just from the coughing. His tongue finally played with the clit, and the girl screamed fully excited. He grabbed her upper legs, spread them apart, and started to lick and rub firmly with his tongue against her clit and vaginal cavity before he thrust it into her. Oh my god, what the fuck is this spawn? Oh god, why? I lost my spot because it's turned into wall of text mode. Before he thrust it into her, Turkey moaned and screamed again, lifting her pelvis and belly with every cat move made. Wait, every move cat made. Oh god, trying to fight dancer like this. Aroused by the sounds, Atlas looked up and seeing that Cat already had his fun with her, he got enviously and licked around her navel before he went further, finally reaching her pubic area. He kissed the spot, pressing his tongue firmly against the skin. I'm about to fucking die. Rubbing all over the place, Turkey completely lost her control. How much health do I have? Not much. Okay. Scrolling. She buried her hands into each man's hair, grabbing her fingernails into their skulls with every wave running through her body, making her contract her lower body and lifting her upper body and head unwillingly. Atlas's tongue went further down on her. Over her free clit and started to suck it. Both men, cheek to cheek, thrilled and aroused by the girl's screams and groans, fastened their movements, and Turkey finally had a huge orgasm, her first for that day. That easily? As she sank in, exhausted by the... Oh, she's dead already. Nice. As she sank in, exhausted... Yeah. Vera Blue's naked as well.
I am. All right.
I'm gonna wait until we're fighting an enemy before I start reading it again. Challenge mode, you know? When the fuck did she get kicked? Whatever. As she sank in, exhausted by the kick, breathing heavy and short, Atlas lifted his head. His hands found their way back to her breasts, pressing and pushing them before he started to undo her buttons. Cat still had his tongue inside her, not willing to leave that hot and tender flesh. He finally slipped his muscle out, licking once more across her lips and clit, like a cat licking its milk, and stood up. With barbed tongue and everything? His trousers were much too tight for his cock now, so he pulled them off and positioned himself next to his girl on the right. Atlas had opened her blouse and gripped with his hands around her, lifting her up. His mate got the message, pulled the little fabric off and opened her bra. The anchor laid her back on the couch and removed the bra. Oh my god, I got backstab. Freeing her two beautiful, perfect, and to its fullest, swollen breasts. Her hard nipples stood up. Atlas stripped naked and laid down next to her left. Get out of the fucking elevator. Both men lashed on her each breast like a baby close to starvation. Their tongues... Get the Estus shards for here. Making Turkey even more aroused. Fuck, lost my place.
Oh, it sounds like you need some fucking water.
Even more aroused as it could be. They slightly bit, nibbled, licked, and kissed, and sucked their bubby. Like they had a battle about who will make the girl first. Atlas's right and Kat's left hand ran over her shivering body. Grabbed each thigh, that's the wrong stairs. Grabbed each thigh and pulled them apart. Their fingers dug into her soft flesh, stroking and rubbing over the sensitive skin, dangerously close to her outer labia, sending little shocks and nerve impulses through her body. Oh, fuck, I'm toxic.
Oh, God.
Here.
What? You?
Turkey moaned and groaned with every touch, her hands on each... Yep. It just buffed. Okay, run.
Okay.
Digging her fingers into the muscles, they decided to stage their battle inside of her vagina. Both of them thrusted his forefinger into her, while their thumbs fought for dominance over her clit. Their movements first irregular and impetuous, whatever. I'm fucking trying to fight a cathedral knight here while reading this shit. And Turkey literally felt torn apart until they both arranged to the same rhythmical movements and massaged the clit and G-spot, making her gasp and moan until finally sending her over to the top with another loud scream. Her body sank into the soft material of the sofa, and Cat crawled up to her, covering her open mouth with his lips and pushing his tongue inside. Their kiss was deep, passionate, and keen. Here, actually, let me do this for you. For Cat. One moment. I'm going to see if I can stream like the whole screen. To her left. I've already seen that part. That scream. Her body sank into the soft material of the sofa, and Cat crawled up to her, covering her open mouth with his lips, pushing his tongue inside. Their kiss was deep, passionate, and keen, and Turkey surrounded his neck with her arms, pulling him closer. Atlas decided to play with her other lips and kissed his way down her again. As he reached her center, he felt the F1 monkey's hard cock poking against his cheek. Ah! The anchor looked up to the right, his head laying on her belly, his eyes gazed brightly at the erected penis. Wow, he spoke, full of fascination. The other two stopped immediately and looked up. What is? Cat asked bewilderedly. Did ever someone told you? How beautiful your penis is, the man questioned factually and in dead earnest. Tapped with his finger against the tip. Oh, Vera's dead somehow. And watched the bolt upright cock bobbing back. And we're dead. Me almost puking from fucking laughter over there made my fucking throat fill up with phlegm and still is.
Oh my god.
Sounds like Vera's all hot and bothered. The other two stuff we didn't look up, blah, 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 blah. Did ever someone told you how beautiful your penis is? The man questioned factually and in dead earnest. I don't know why I find that so funny. He tapped with his finger against the tip and watched the bolt upright cock bobbing back. Turkey burst out into laughter, watching Kat get bright red. Thanks, he replied, embarrassed. So Kat has the beautiful penis? The F1 monkey raised his eyebrow, confused by Atlas, who was now playing with his dick, slightly squeezing and stroking it with his fingers. Turkey grabbed his cheeks with her hands, pulling his face back to her, and they continued kissing and snogging. Atlas bent over and started to lick with his tongue around the glands. Oh boy, here we go. Now we're going gay. And then nibbled and licked at the cock. Kat gasped and jumped at the summon event. Moving backwards, the anchor snatched the F1 monkey's buttock, holding it tight to fix the man, and slid over his private parts and then sucked on the glands, took the penis into his mouth.
Oh my god.
So now Kat is getting all the fun. Meanwhile, Turkey started to nibble and lick a Kat's left nipple, taking the other one with her forefinger and thumb and rubbing it softly. Kat was aroused by the little naughty girl, but more he was surprised and amazed of himself as a moan escaped his voice. He felt the heat of Atlas's mouth and it drove him crazy. He'd never had a blowjob with a mouth as hot as Atlas's. The anchor moved closer with his penis penetrating deeper. The F1 monkey groaned with pleasure as he felt Atlas's tongue. Oh shit, I gotta pay!
Oh.
The F1 monkey groaned with pleasure as... What? What happened? Anchor moves closer, making the penis penetrating deeper. The F1 monkey groaned with pleasure as he felt Atlas's tongue stroking against his shaft. His breath got heavier as heat waves ran through his body. He moved one hand down, gently touching Atlas's hair and running his fingers through it. As the F1 monkey was about to come, he warned his companion. Atlas stopped and coming. That's fast. You don't last very long, do you, Kat? But Atlas ignored him completely. He tightened the grip and sucked him harder and faster. Kat felt his cock passing the gullet, and sudden constriction made him ejaculate with a loud and dark scream. How do you scream darkly? The F1 monkey breathed heavily, trying to gain his control back. Are you moaning in real life or something? Is that why you're fucking muting yourself? Atlas swallowed and moved away from him. He loosened his grip and turned his attention to Turkey, kissing over her belly and further from the back. His fingers slid down between her legs from behind, feeling her hot and wet again. He let him slip in and out of her. Turkey moaned and Kat pulled her to his chest, holding her tight against his body as his penis started to harden again. Wait a minute. You just came and now you're ready again. Atlas questioned. Flabbergasted. What? I see that.
Yeah.
I'm a trained F1 monkey, Atlas. I am always ready. The F1 monkey replied proudly. The anchor sighed and buried his head into the girl's buttock again. Both his both hands, moved between her natal cleft. Jesus Christ. Why are we going medical with this? Grabbing her butt cheeks and spread them, then he let his tongue slid down the cleft until he reached the anus, licking little circles around the closing muscle before he thrust his tongue deep inside. Can I get this off? Yes, I can. Turkey yelped, pushing her head backwards and clawed her fingernails into Kat's chest. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Turkey yelped, pushing her head backwards and clawed her fingernails into Kat's chest. Our little Atlas is really filthy. The F1 monkey stirred, grinning. He reached for her upper thigh, placing it onto his hip, and moved closer to her. In one go, he thrust it gently inside, his hand still resting on her leg, stroking and squeezing it softly. Why did I drink Nestus? I didn't need health. Atlas rubbed his cock with Turkey's fluid, positioned himself closer to her back, and pressed his glands against her closing muscle, slipping slowly inside. He waited until the woman relaxed fully, and then his complete shaft thrust deeper into until his pubic was pressed against her butt. There we go.
Oh
How the fuck am I not getting hit right now? His hand moved up her breast, squeezing and grasping it in a familiar manner. Both men felt their penises rubbing inside against each other as they all started to stir with the same rhythmical movements. Their hot, sweaty bodies were pressed against each other. Where was I? Oh shit, he's dead. Okay. Their hot, sweaty bodies pressed against each other, slightly moving up and down. Turkey kissed Kat deeply while Atlas nibbled on her neck. Off and on, she turned her head, kissing Atlas while Kat nibbled and sucked on her throat and cheek. Both men kissed the soft flesh. Their mouth moved closer till their lips met. Atlas stuck out his tongue, grinning cheekily. The F1 monkey shoot out with his lips, catching the tongue like a frog caught the fly, and sucked on it. The anchor approached, and they kissed deeply and passionately. Mark my spot here, setting my sign down in the Untended Graves. If I was playing on mouse and keyboard, I would not be able to. The haptic feedback from the controller is really helping. Oh, fuck, I don't have Untended Graves.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh. I guess I'm gonna have to help you with that, aren't
Nope, I'm switching characters. Closely intertwined with the threesome, quickened the pace of their movements, hardening the thrusts, breathing heavily, and moaning into each other's mouth till they reached their mind-blowing orgasms. Okay, I'm just... What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god, hang on. The cat is soaking wet. There's a soaking wet pussy right here, right now. It keeps shitting in the tub, so I filled it up with water.
I?
Intertwined the threesome, quickened the pace of their movements, hardening the thrusts. I've already read this. The men pulled their cocks out and laid next to each other, heated and sweating, allowing themselves to rest their exhausted bodies before they started the next round. Vera, why are you naked? Atlas grabbed Turkey from behind. Where's my fucking staff? Oh god, I'm playing sorcerer like this. Atlas grabbed Turkey from behind, slipping with his dick into her vagina and dragging her with him upright, sitting on the couch. The girl on his lap, her legs beside his thighs, and his hands firmly covering her breasts. I'm getting my ass kicked right now. He started another ride. Kat watched them with amusement before he rushed on his knees in front of them, pulling the anchor's legs apart to gain an unconfined sight at his mate's cock. Sliding in and out of his girl's pussy. Animated and stimulated by the play, he moved his head down to her clit, covering it with his lips, and started to suck. Can you take care of that fucking... God damn it. Oh god, we're gonna get our asses kicked here in a second. I must continue reading, but I'm getting my ass kicked. Oh, I killed it. Animated and stimulated by the play, he moved his head down to her clit, covering it with his lips, and started to suck. Turkey moaned loudly and ran her fingers through his hair, grabbing his head and pushing him against her genitals. As he started to use only the tip of his tongue to circle over her clit, her nerve became very sensitive. Electric impulses started to rush through her lower body, and with a loud scream, Turkey pushed his head away. Kat grinned and chuckled evilly. He lowered his head again, trying to proceed, but the girl covered her clit with both hands. With her both hands, my bad. Oh, God! No, Kat, please, I can't, she begged him. Her body ached and aroused at the same time. Can we fucking go in there already so I can... Oh my god, I've been drinking blue this entire time. There was no option for the F1 monkey. He wanted his girls scream. Yes, girls scream, make baby. There was Atlas, lay back and make sure that her hands don't reach something where they don't belong, he ordered in a friendly. Turkey's eyes widened, afraid of what might come next. Atlas did as he was told, scrolling, grabbed both her wrists, holding them tight in front of her, and laid back. Kat pushed her thighs far apart as he could. Turkey's body was completely stretched. Kat, the girl questioned, bewildered. Okay, apparently the boss can't hurt me. The man just lowered his head until his mouth covered her clit again. Oh god. And off you go, Alice commented and laughed, kissing her on the neck. No, Kat, don't you dare. Turkey tried to get free, but she couldn't move a single muscle. And Kat did dare. Oh, fuck. He tapped with the tip of his tongue over her clit, only this special spot where the nerve ended, slightly circling around and continuing movements. Turkey started to giggle. Her nerves sent little flashes through her body, letting her belly muscles contract repeatedly. As her clit got more sensitive, it sent electric shocks to her thighs, trying to close them, but Kat was stronger, and he knew this. He stretched her legs a little more to tease his Missy, and proceeded with slightly licking on the nerve. Ow, my fucking god. Aha! Turkey screamed, dropping her head backwards on Atlas's chest. Her breathing shortened and intensified as the F1 monkey got started. Her moans turned into more screams. Stop it, it hurts. Followed by her pain and aroused chuckles. Okay, I appear to be out of Essus. She was torn. Kat went on with only as much pressure as he needed. Kat, she screamed and begged, please do it harder. Oh, we killed it. Nice. The F1 monkey knew that she was already on the brink, but she wouldn't let her come as easily. Her nerves got more sensitive, sending fireworks through her body and contradicting her muscles. Okay. Not contracting, contradicting. Nice HP, by the way. She screamed again, and finally he decided to release her. His whole tongue rubbed fast and firm across her complete. Her hip rose up, and finally she climaxed. All her inner vaginal muscles contradicted so hard that she got cramps. Was followed by Adam's scream. The tight muscles compressed his cock that much, and he came without making any movements. Atlas let go of her arms and sank into the fabric. Turkey scurried up, keeping Kat from licking her any further. He looked up with a devilish smile on his face. Don't you ever do this again, she cautioned him, fully out of breath, but with sights of ecstasy on her face. Where to next? Lothric Castle, was it?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Make me come so hard I contradict my muscles. The monkey stood up, pulling her completely exhausted body from Alice's lap and placing her gently on the couch. He started with kissing her and squeezing her breasts. As he deepened the kiss, the woman pushed him away, knowing what he wanted. Switching characters. No, Kat, I can't. I'm fully exhausted. I need a break, she pleaded. You sure? He gently asked, caressing her body with his fingertips. How far down? About halfway through. Okay. Did you get the Path of the Dragon emote?
Yes.
Cool. The F1 monkey straightened himself, nodded agreeing and warmly, and turned his head towards Atlas. Atlas, he spoke the elder man's name cheekily, and a sly grin on his face. Turn around, he added with a wink at the end. What, you on me? The anchor asked in disbelief. Oh boy, here we go. Cat's enjoying this. The F1 monkey wiggled his eyebrows suggestively and grabbed the other man's hip, turned him around, and pushed him into an all-fours position on the couch. Who getting fucked here? Oh, Kat. Kat's fucking Atlas. Okay.
Oh. Damn.
Oh my fucking god! Fucking Silver Knight. Where was I? Why are you on top? Atlas asked, slightly feeling hard done by. Because I'm the alpha male, he stated boastfully.
Oh.
Grabbed the other one's neck with his left hand and pushed his upper body down his right hand, holding a tight grip around the hip. Oh my fucking god, I'm about to fucking die. I just realized. Is it okay for you? Kat asked, not wanting to force his mate. Yep, go on, Atlas complied, excited at what will follow. Saying that, the F1 monkey thrusted in one go, fast and deep into the anchor. Ah, god damn it!
Oh my god.
Fast and deep into the anchor's arse. Not ass, arse!
Oh.
Atlas yelled out in shock as he was hit by sudden pain. Jesus, Kat, steady. I just died, by the way. Kat apologized immediately, despite still holding him firmly down. Where am I? Sorry, I was a little bit overexcited. Did I hurt you? Shall I stop? His questions were soft and caringly, moving his right hand from the hip across the anchor's back, gently stroking the pain away. No, it's okay. I can stand this, the untrained man assured. Oh boy. Untrained. Kat slid further inside, making deep thrusts in and out. Clearly, you've never had anal sex before, Kat. Make it stop slapping sounds with every contact. His left hand still around the other man's neck, as if he was afraid Atlas. God damn it! I can't get back steps. His left hand still around the other man's neck, as if he was afraid Atlas would run away if he let go. His right hand still softly stroked across Atlas's back, ribs, and belly. I'm sure you can see how poorly I'm fucking playing right. And I just died again. What? Let me kill this fucking knight real quick. Oh my god, we're fucking Silver Knights now. Not Silver Knights, Lothric Knights. You two enjoying yourselves?
Oh.
The F1 monkey started to moan with pleasure, grasping the other man's skin firmer with excitement. His left hand moved to the anchor's shoulder, gently massaging his muscles, and Atlas felt his cock getting hard. Katz's penis rubbed over his prostate. Turkey watched them with full enjoyment as she spied Atlas's dick getting up, and she grabbed it with a firm grip and stroked it. Die, Silver Knight. Why do I keep calling you Silver Knights? Okay. Setting my sign down.
Okay.
What? The F1 monkey blurted out short, loud pant. Okay. As he was about to climax, he asked for permission. Can I? Okay, so I guess Atlas is a sub now. Oh, wait, no. Hang on, who's the sub here? Be my guest, Atlas. Okay, so Kat's the sub. I see now. Atlas admitted gaspingly. Likewise, shortly before, his words caused loud chuckles from the other two. Shortly after, Kat came with a loud groan after emptying himself into his friend, he collapsed onto his back, dearly kissing him between the shoulder blades. Taking a couple of deep breaths, he pulled out and let himself sink next to Turkey to win his strength back. So wait, I don't understand. His dick is apparently Kat's dick is long enough to be able to lay down with it still inside of him, and his neck is long enough to be able to kiss between his shoulder blades while he's, on his fourth. So we got Noodle Man over here.
Black salami.
No, we're going a bit beyond black salami here. We got black salami dick and black salami neck. Don't forget what? Yeah, I noticed that. Okay, shortly after, I read that already. Atlas set up his erected penis in full glory, breathing short. Fuck this area, I'm just gonna run past the knights. Not while reading this shit. Turkey leaned forward, covered his glands with her mouth, and her tongue tickled and licked over his tip inside, and Atlas let out a loud groan. He put one hand on the back of her head, slightly pushed her closer. The woman swung her arms around his hips, surrounding her stand and pulling herself up into his lap. Oh, fucking be intact. The anchor's cock thrusted deep inside her, and she sucked him hard. What? Kat, still sitting next to his girl, watched them with pleasure. He was aroused by the sight in front of him and Atlas's moans. Gently, he stroked with his right hand over Turkey's buttock and let his forefinger slip inside her anus with his thumb inside her vagina, sliding in and out. Okay, so we got a bowler's grip now.
Oh.
Atlas groaned again. He gasped, and it was clear that he was right before the edge. With a loud, short scream, he finally climaxed and ejaculated inside the fleet commander.
Oh.
Turkey raised her head, pulled the penis out, and licked her lips. Atlas thrusted so deep inside her that she had to swallow his cum. Kat removed his fingers, licking the fluid from his thumb. Okay, some good old liquid shit now. He waited till she sat up and caught her breath again. Want to suck mine too? He shyly questioned the woman. Turkey grinned wildly, but yours is dirty now. What's dirty? But you can wash it, he countered, cheeky, making her giggle and falling backwards onto the couch. Oh yeah, I can use a shower too. I'm totally sticky, Atlas exclaimed. Scrolling. The other two started to roar with laughter, and Kat let his head drop onto Turkey's belly, one arm around. Oh god!
What the fuck?
All I know is that I started falling. I thought I fell through the map.
Yeah. I like flew above you.
You have that on video? The other two started to roar with laughter, and Kat let his head drop onto Turkey's belly, one arm around her waist while both bodies quivered. I meant the sweat, the anchor tried to put it right. Kat's eyes met Turkey's, his head still resting on her belly while she gently stroked his hair. What do you think? He asked sternly. Sounds good, she agreed. The F1 monkey stood up, clasped her tiny body with his hands, lifted her into the height, pressing her skin against his muscles. I have been fucking came on, apparently, by... Yeah. Oh, so I'm not allowed to walk on my own anymore? The woman asked sarcastically. Nope. He explained with a wide grin and tightened the grip. Atlas went ahead, turning on the shower to warm up the cold towels. How the fuck did I dodge that? Aren't you glad you have a big shower cubicle? Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? Alice asked rhetorically as the other two entered the room like a bridal pair. Once you light that fire, just follow my movement.
Oh, you just lay it.
But of course, I always knew that someday I would have a dirty threesome inside this cabin, the girl answered with dry sarcasm. Fuck, there's an undead bone shard down there, isn't it? Whatever. Kat smiled and let her slowly drop inside the cubicle. He quickly snatched a shower gel and joined the two. The hot water pattered onto their bodies. Wow, I actually rolled that. Relaxing their weary muscles. They delivered the shower gel and then ran with the slippery hands over every piece of skin of each other's bodies. Turned on by the lathering, the F1 monkey hugged himself to Turkey, grabbing her buttocks and lightly lifting her up. Firmly pressed against his hard muscles, he nibbled on her neck, biting it softly, and the young woman swung her arms around him. Let me firebomb this shit real quick. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Nice. Dragon should be dead now, though. The hot water pattered onto their bodies, relaxing their weary muscles. They delivered the shower gel and the blah, blah, blah. Already read that. His lips carried on, moving along her ear, then her cheek, and finally found her mouth. His tongue slipped inside, and they battled for dominance, stroking hard over each other's muscles, moaning into each other's throats. Okay, that's fucking weird. Before they could get any further, they were interrupted once more by a disappointed-sounding voice. Guys, didn't you realize that I'm here as well? Atlas questioned. Where the fuck am I going? There's Atlas questioned expectantly. The kissing couple moved apart. Cat grinned like a Cheshire cat. Oh boy, I don't like what's going on already. Turkey giggled and apologized to him. Atlas, I'm sorry. Come here. Where's the... They let him in the middle. The girl started to kiss him proper. Her wrists were held over her head with both Atlas's hands, while Cat started to gently rub his back, massaging the tense muscles and kissing him on the shoulders. The anchor lowered his hands, grabbed each thigh, and lifted the fleet commander up, her arms now around his neck. With her back against the wall, he slowly pushed himself into her, letting her legs rest on his hips. He groaned loudly as he was pulling his side. My sign is down. Pulling her closer to his body. What? This was too much for Cat's fortitude, and I see that Cat's a little turned on now, just based on his voice. He rushed forward, pushed Atlas's legs on his own apart. With one fast and hard thrust, he slipped deep inside the other man. Oh boy! Hey, why is it me again who's getting fucked? Yeah, slightly annoyed. Doesn't Atlas always get fucked? He's the LC, after all. What? Cat chuckled, thrusting deeper into him and kissing his head. Sorry, I couldn't resist. You don't want me to pull out, do you? Yes, ironically, and nibbled on the other man's ear. His hands around the anchor's tummy, stroking and tickling him. No, Atlas denied pleasantly, moaning at the feeling of the F1 monkey's hard cock inside of him. Again, since you're already in, you can go on, the dragon said. He turned his head, gave him a deep kiss, and turned back to the girl, kissing her while he gave into the moves of his mate's hip. Let's get that fucking bone shard. Undead bones hard. What's so funny? Atlas asked him, looking astonished. It kind of feels like you're my dick extension. That's basically what I got out of that. Lost my place. He teasingly declared and chuckled again. Atlas gaped, and Turkey gave a ringing laugh, but it was quickly silent as Cat grabbed her knee bends, pulling her further in his... Am I breaking my knees again? Pulled her further in his direction and pushed the three of them against the wall, removing what had remained of the now non-existing space between them. She moaned as the heat rushed inside her body and rested her chin on Atlas's shoulder with one arm. She clasped around Cat's neck, pulling him near for a deep kiss. She held both men tight, cheek to cheek, while all four men's hands were still on her upper legs with a firmly grip. Cat turned his head to Atlas, kissing him deeply and dearly before he turned around to Turkey again. The threesome groaned in excitement, moving in one rhythm forward and back, and rode each and every orgasm out. I went too far. After everyone was pleased, they loosened their grips. The F1 monkey stepped forward to... What? The F1 monkey stepped forward to push his tongue into the still open mouth of the girl, making her moan into his throat. He stroked across her tongue before he pulled out and kissed his way into her ear, whispering inside. His hot breath against the sensitive skin made her shiver. She could barely understand his question. I just dodged everything without rolling, not even looking at it. Can I, like Atlas, move inside back? What? Your fanfiction is shitty.
It's
Very unrealistic. Turkey needed to hear more. Satisfied and with a happy expression on her face, she turned around, her eyes still closed. Cat positioned his both arms between hers, supporting himself against the wall. Where the fuck's the cleric? Lost my spot. Supporting himself against the wall, not only from preventing her to carry his full weight, but also to make sure that his warm forearms were between her and the tiles. Her breasts and hard nipples were pushed against his arms as he slid inside her with his already hard cock, passing her closing muscle. He thrusted deeper, and with the next... How the fuck did I get that? Wave, he gave in rhythmically. Turkey rested her head on the back of his hands, allowing Cat to kiss her cheek and neck. Her fingers encircled his much bigger wrists. There was no space between them, and back against his chest, butt against crotch, the leg against leg. The F1 monkey sucked on his FC's neck and gasped into her skin. Alright. Dragon Slayer armor, the fucking boss that I have like 2 frames per second on, and can knock you off a goddamn cliff.
oh god.
Scroll down a little bit. Go ahead and start.
Use the lift real quick.
Guys, up your back, Atlas asked eagerly, watching the couple's sexual act. Yeah, the F1 monkey agreed, moaning loudly. Go ahead, he moaned again. The anchor positioned himself at the taller man's back, gave himself a load of shower gel on his hand, and started to soap him, gliding over the skin and rubbing onto his muscles. Down across his butt, his thighs, and up again, accompanied by the F1 monkey's gasps and groans. We are 3/4 of the way through.
Oh.
Cat started to rub his own cock with his left hand while he ran two fingers of his right hand down the anchor's spine. He rubbed his cock harder, and he let fingers thrust into the other man's hole, passing the closed muscle easily, sliding in and out. Okay, somebody needs to work their asshole a little bit. Atlas turned around. What are you doing? He questioned, flabbergasted. Just playing a little bit. Atlas really doesn't like things up his ass, does he? No, don't. The anchor refused and moaned again. You're sure? Cat asked, provoking a cheeky smile across his face. Yeah, stop it, he demanded. Cat pulled his fingers out. A couple of gasps later, the anchor came with a load moan. Ah!
No! Ah!
Well, that's my first death as a result of this.
Oh, I just died too.
The anchor came with a loud moan and released himself inside his girl. He gently pulled his penis out and turned to Cat. Before he could say anything, the F1 monkey started to speak. So you love to fuck, but don't want to get fucked. Kind of unfair, don't you think? He teased and grinned widely. It's just, I don't like it, the anchor explained himself, and I wouldn't get aroused anyway. He attempted to step out of the cabin, but the F1 monkey blocked his way. Did you ever try it? Cat asked curiously. Nope, and I'm quite sure that nobody can bring me over the edge by fucking me into my butt. Cat grinned with it like a Cheshire cat. Atlas, I promise you, I'll bring you over the edge. Playing a little bit, he tried to bluff it out. No, don't. The anchor refused and moaned again. You're sure? Cat asked, provoking a cheeky smile across his face. Yeah, stop it, he demanded. And apparently, Cat likes fucking Atlas in the butt in this. So, subliminal messages here. Are you recording, by the way? Okay. Cat pulled his fingers out. A couple of gasps later, the anchor came with a loud moan and released himself inside his girl. He gently pulled his penis out and turned to Cat. You just dry finger?
I don't know. That was accidental on my part.
Before he could say anything, the F1 monkey started to speak. So you love to fuck, but don't want to get fucked. Oh, shit. I lost my spot. Kind of unfair, don't you think? He teased and grinned widely. It's just, I don't like it. The anchor explained himself and wouldn't get aroused anyway. I wouldn't get aroused anyway. He attempted to step out of the cabin, and the F1 monkey blocked his way. Did you ever try it? Kat asked curiously. Nope, and I'm quite sure that nobody can bring me over the edge by fucking me into my butt, he declared. Scrolling. Kat grinned like a Cheshire cat. Atlas, I promise you, I'll bring you over the edge. No, let me through, Atlas ordered. Don't order me around. I'm none of your anchors. Kat answers, still grinning. Turn around and I will fuck the hell out of you, he promised, knowing that he had the upper hand. I am the anchor, Atlas raised an eyebrow. Deep inside, he was curious about how it would feel, but he didn't want to give Kat the control. Okay, health is still good. About to get launched off the cliff. Oh, God, okay. And I am older. You had your fun already. Now it's my turn, Kat pointed out. Kat, the anchor rather pleaded than ordered. Atlas, you're not making the rules. Don't be such a stubborn little boy. You can trust me, I promise. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Can I kill?
Almost beat him.
Come on!
Ah!
Yes! I killed it. Okay, now I get. You probably have to kill that thing again. I'm gonna keep reading anyways. I promise I'm not going to hurt you. Now, would you please turn around? I'm not asking again. Kat knew he had won this little fight and grinned cheekily. Atlas finally gave in, and he turned around and positioned himself against the wall, supporting himself with his arm against it. Lean forward a little more, Kat gently instructed, and pushed his legs with his thigh apart. Okay. Now, relax. Atlas let his forehead resting on the tiles. So wait, is he against the wall upside down or something? What the fuck? Who the fuck has wall tiles? Wait, they're still in the bathroom? Okay, Kat thrust with 2 fingers inside the anchor's anus, sliding in and out. Is this good? He asked expectantly. Yes, Atlas replied, suppressing a moan. Say it. The F1 monkey grinned and decided to tease him a little. It's good, Kat, Atlas answered. Being glad that nobody could see his face, he pinched his eyes together and gaped. What the fuck is this gaped shit? Like, how the fuck do you gape with just 2 fingers or some shit?
I mean, it's not that hard.
Then he compressed his teeth. I thought he didn't have a very good anus there. Earlier in the story. Is it gaped or gasped?
Gasped. He gasped as my cock was showing.
He contradicted his gaped. Then he compressed his teeth to suppress another moan. He didn't want his body to react that fast. He didn't want Kat to be right. See, Kat, you're not even right in this story.
Oh my god.
Kat thrusted deeper inside with his fingers stroking over the anchor's prostate. Okay, here comes the fight again. God damn it. Apply the resin! Atlas clenched his teeth. He didn't want letting go. He wanted the control, but unwillingly his cock started to harden. How's that? Kat asked, rubbing with his fingers firmly over that spot. How am I alive still? That was too much for the anchor. Ah, Atlas screamed full of pleasure. That's good. That's good. He finally gave in, letting Kat have the control over his body. He liked it. He loved it. Only good, the F1 monkey teased and rubbed harder. Great. It's great. I loved it. Scrolling. He moaned. His breath shortened and he gasped. Okay, so it is established now that it is indeed gasped. He started to shiver. Hot waves rushed through his body, and his cock raised in all its glory. Atlas, he begged between gasps and moans. Yes, Kat... Oh, fuck, I still got hit. Kat grinned slightly and decided to ram a little harder. 4 S's left. Please, Atlas wasn't up to speak in full sentences anymore. What, please? Oh, Kat could be so devilish. Fuck, the anchor gasped again. Me, he begged. Well, when you ask that nicely, I will do. Another evil grin flitted across the F1 monkey's face. I lost my spot.
Oh.
No.
Cat thrusted his fingers out in one go. Due to the sudden loss, I can't lock onto the boss. Why? Oh, it's dead.
To be honest, this ain't turning me on.
Cat thrusted his fingers out in one go. Due to the sudden loss and the excitement, all muscles quitted and the servers and Atlas collapsed on the ground. You're okay, mate? Cat asked, full of worry and a sudden breakdown. Fine. He answered gaspingly. Hurry, his whole body was shaking. The F1 monkey turned to Turkey, grinning wildly. I'm good, he pronounces. Turkey giggled, although she was slightly confused at the look of her head of security in an all-4 position. Oh wait, so he's a head of security now. Or did you just forget to replace something there, you fucking copycat? She was aroused by the man's action, and true to be said, she was horny. Really horny. Want to join? Cat asked sheepishly, and she beamed. What shall I do? Turkey questioned, fully excited. Sit down in front of his head and spread your legs. He ordered, friendly. The girl did as she was told, and both men had now a full and free sight at her wet pussy.
Oh.
Atlas, Cat started. Yes, the anchor was at the edge of his resistance. Suck her, Cat ordered, and he loved his new power. Okay, so now Atlas is the sub, not Cat. He's just been the cuck the entire time.
Huh.
Yes, the anchor looped his arms around her thighs, holding her in position, lowered his head a little more, and started to lick with his tongue over her vagina and suck with his lips on her clit. We are almost done, boys. Turkey pushed her head back against the wall, her eyes closed. Her fingers dug into the flesh of the anchor's back. She was aroused, gasped, and moaned at Atlas's actions. Jesus, are we fucking doing mutilation now, I guess? I don't know. Now call me master, Cat tried to push his luck. Oh boy. Forget it. Atlas is at the edge of his resistance, but not over it. Cat kneeled behind him, pushing his legs a little more apart, and in one thrust moved deep inside the anchor's arse.
Mm-hmm.
The forward movements he made with his hip pushed Atlas's face further into Turkey's pussy. She moaned out loud, sitting in... Hang on, let me get my fucking chaos dagger or some kind of big weapon. Where the fuck was I? Seeing the hunt's position, her back was raised against the wall. The anchor's tongue rubbed hard over her clit, only stopping when... Fuck, don't whiff it, don't whiff it! Yes! The anchor's tongue rubbed hard over her clit, only stopping when he moaned himself. His hands firm around her thighs squeezed them almost painfully. Cat thrusted deeper and faster. Holy fuck, we actually got it. His hands with a tight grip at Atlas's hips. He gasped and started to groan as he felt his own orgasm building up. Turkey was the first who came with a loud scream before she collapsed over Atlas. The anchor pulled her a little down to himself so he could rest his head on her belly, using her like a warm, soft pillow. His arms clasped around her waist. Cat and Atlas came at the same time. They screamed full of pleasure, and Cat released himself inside his friend before he collapsed onto his back. Atlas ejaculated onto the shower base and collapsed too. So, Atlas didn't get a very good time. They all laid there coiled, letting the hot water patter on their washing the sweat and releases away. I see you decided to use the words releases.
Oh.
The anchor was the first to gain his power back. He quickly turned around and put Cat into a big hug, kissing him firmly on the mouth before he buried his head into the F1 monkey's neck, whispering into his ear, "Thanks, that was awesome." And Cat grinned widely, pulled him gently away and over next, and now I want you to suck me. Atlas nodded with a grin, and they both stood up, leaving the cubicle. Turkey, are you coming? He questioned the girl, who still sat under the shower. I need a minute. Have your fun, she answered, exhausted, and shooed them away. Atlas grabbed Cat's wrists, and they both headed to Turkey, with an apostrophe, no S, bedroom, and as the men stood in front of the twin bed, the anchor... What the fuck am I doing? Ah! Where was I? The anchor grabbed his companion and threw him rudely onto the bed. Whoa, Cat tried to slow him down. Atlas grinned cheekily, stepped onto the bed, and kneeled over the F1 monkey. He lowered his head, kissing him deeply, and then locking onto something, but I don't know what. Moved with his lips over his body, their hands curled into each other. Nibbling his collarbone, biting his nipples, licking the... Wait, pull this lever. Licking and sucking on the soft skin of his belly until he reached his goal. He grabbed both hips with a firm grip, took the cock into his mouth, and sucked it hard. His head went up and down with every rub. Scrolling. Cat moaned loudly. Wow, you're definitely an expert. He complimented and laid in his back. It laid his head back. There we go. So, Atlas, you're really good at sucking dick, apparently.
I can see it.
I mean, you're a Logi after. Oh my god! I somehow fell through the elevator. The anchor only slapped him hard on his thigh, gazing excited and wildly at Cat. Ow, the F1 monkey shouted out and giggled before a heat wave rushed through his body. Somebody, what? Why do you like using the word heat, the phrase heat wave? Turkey entered the room, seeing Atlas hunched over a moaning cat inside. Cat. Scrolling. She stepped behind Atlas, pressing herself against his buttock, and started to stroke and rub his back and thighs. Atlas reached blindly behind him with one hand, clasping her butt cheek, squeezing it gently while the girl supported herself on his back. The F1 monkey was about to come, and Atlas pulled the dick out, using his hand to rub the shaft further. Hey, you better not make my bed dirty, Turkey warned. You're fucking right! Atlas grinned, lowered his head again, and sucked Cat's penis until his mate released himself with a loud scream in his mouth. He swallowed, and then moved to Cat's mouth, kissing him deep and firm. Their tongues rubbed against each other before the anchor removed his muscle, his forehead resting on the F1 monkey. So what, they were exchanging cum or something?
Yeah.
Scrolling. You're feeling good now, he questioned, already knowing the answer. Oh my god, how the fuck are we going to handle the gang squad with me doing this? He replied cheekily. Atlas grinned, kissed him once more, and crawled next to him, his back resting on the bed. Turkey giggled, turned on by the act. She moved to Atlas and kissed him deeply before she went kissing and licking her way to his crotch. So what, it's Atlas's turn now?
Sounds like it.
Clasping his shaft, she stroked him gently where she licked with her tongue over his belly. His penis was already hard again, so she used her mouth, starting with his tip. She slightly nibbled on it, opened her mouth a little wider to suck on her lips and his glands. Wait, sucking on the lips and the glands at the same? What?
It's not that hard.
Get away from me, you little bastard! Before she opened her mouth fully and pulled it inside while she rubbed his shaft. Scrolling. Here comes the fucking gang squad. Oh dear god. The man groaned and stroked softly over her head while she kneeled next to his legs and sucked him harder with every moan escaping his mouth. Her vaginal cavity right over his firm tongue. I'm almost dead. She moaned loud with pleasure as she felt him entering her, Atlas's cock still inside her mouth, sucking him and getting sucked by Cat's hard and fast tongue and lips, dragging her repeatedly back over his mouth with every move she made. Quit healing, you bastard. Shockwaves. Atlas came first. With a scream, he released himself inside her. She swallowed, and shortly after, she screamed as well. Rubbed by Cat's hard tongue, Turkey gaps, and finally the F1 monkey let her go in order that the anchor could grab her. I lost my spot. Pulling her close to his body. She rested her head on his chest, fully exhausted. Holy fuck, we actually pulled it off. Cat looked at them a couple of minutes and eventually said, sorry guys, but I can't sleep right now. I'm hard again. Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is refractory periods? Go.
It seems like a hentai.
Turkey and Atlas gazed at him in disbelief, and Cat continued. It's true and actually your fault, Turkey. You're just too delicious. Sure. I'm just well seasoned. You're just too delicious. He blinked and licked his lips, the girl's taste still on them. Turkey flushed and covered her face with her hands. Both of them started to chuckle. One moment. Move Black Crystal out.
I mean, I know you're a bitch, Turkey, but why are you the female?
Not my fault. Okay, the anchor gave in. Give us orders. He turned his head to face Turkey, gently grabbing her wrist and pulled them down. You're okay with that? The anchor asked, caressing her palms with his fingers. His hazel eyes deeply looked into hers. I don't think Atlas actually has hazel eyes. What the fuck was that?
Oh, that was the tequila.
Oh
I'm moving on, bitch!
my
Turkey
god.
nodded in agreement. Cat covered her ankles, softly stroking over them and her calves before he slowly pulled her down onto him. Atlas grabbed her from behind and helped to position the woman in the middle of the bed. The F1 monkey sat upright. Oh, I didn't put my sign down.
Oh, I'm gonna take a photo of this. Should I post it?
Post what?
The photo of what I'm drinking.
Bonus pizza.
Okay.
His fingers glided over her calves and shins, kissing her knees, slightly running with his fingers across the skin of her outer thighs, making her shiver again. Atlas sat above her, head between his knees. He bent down, kissing her gently on her lips. His hands rested on her cheeks, and then he let them glide one at each side and his head between them, guiding their way with the tip of his tongue over her throat, her collarbones, her breasts. His tongue slightly licked across her sternum. Her nipples hardened again as he reached them with his fingers. Turkey bulged at the touch, pressing them tight against his palms. I am so happy that fucking elevator was there. Nice.
You started that.
Pressing them tight against his palms. Atlas moved further down, his hands past her ribs, over her belly while his tongue tickled her navel. Remaining his head in this position, his hand slid down her belly and finally over her clit and further. As the anchor started to move his hands backwards, Cat let his hands glide over her inner thighs slowly, so he reached her vagina and covered it with his palms so as Atlas was back over her breasts again. Then the anchor went back down and the F1 monkeys removed his hands until they reached her knees again. What the fuck was the point of the shower? Explain yourself, Cat. Turkey became aroused, getting more excited with every touch. Her body heated. What? Yeah, I don't understand how the fuck anybody could go with it. Oh shit, the elevator's not down. I'm glad I checked. Would have just died. Her body heated.
I go first, okay?
Okay.
I go. Just.
Her breast shortened until she gasped, short and quick, and her vagina got wet. Her fingers frantically grabbed into the bedsheet. The men got horny at the sight of the girl's body reacting to their touch. They continued with their movements until they both decided that she was as wet and randy as they wanted her to be. I'm wet and randy for you, buddy.
I might like this turkey.
Cat moved with two fingers inside her pussy, moving in and out a couple of times and then rubbed his hard cock with her fluid. Atlas came around, positioning himself between her legs. He let his erected penis slowly sink in. With spread legs, he laid on top of her, supporting his weight with both his arms inside her body, her legs aside his hips. He let his upper body rest on hers, his head laid on her shoulder, and Turkey slung her arms. I'm about to get ass fucked here. Shit.
I'm getting ass fucked two ways.
Yeah, I'm getting ass fucked in two ways. Yeah, you're right. Open the fucking door!
I'm trying to. I'm trying to open the door.
With spread legs, he laid on top of her, supporting his weight with his arms inside her body. Her legs inside his hips. She let his upper body rest on hers. I'm dead.
Oh no!
His laid back on her shoulder, and Turkey slung her arms around his neck.
Coming for me.
I'm seeing you getting gangbanged over there too.
Yeah.
Kind of cute.
One girl, 5 nights.
Haha.
Jesus Christ.
I asked my boss earlier to peg me in the ass. She said yes. Should I be
Love it.
concerned?
Yes.
I'm buying her the toy too.
Oh, you're actually going through with it.
Uh-huh.
They
I like a little bit of both.
Yeah, I see that here. It's a shame Killjoy isn't in this story.
Yeah, seriously.
The F1 monkey moved between the anchor's legs, grabbed the buttock cheeks with both his hands, spread them out, and lowered his head. He licked over his cleft, up and down, making the anchor gasp. And finally slid into his anus. Atlas let out a loud moan full of pleasure as Cat entered. He quickly slid in and found out and out while the anchor gasped. Turkey softly kissed Atlas's forehead, her hands twisted in and stroking his hair. Let me add Killjoy into the story. Killjoy sat in the rafters of the cabin, unbeknownst to the little party going on down below, with 15 fucking Sharpies hanging out of his asshole and a couple of half-chewed sandwiches in his fucking dick.
Oh my god.
No. He got that wrong. You know Stan, the bad dragon toy? I got one of those hanging out of my a bottle of vodka in the other one. And a bottle of whiskey in the other one.
Cat removed his tongue, hugged up, and thrusted his cock deep, and in one go causing Atlas to groan again. With one hand on the anchor's back for support and the other grabbing one of Turkey's thighs, pulling it up, he thrusted deeper and started to move his hip. Turkey lowered one hand, capturing Cat's hand, which held her thigh, and get into contact with him too. Is that door fucking open? Oh my god, we're at the bottom! We're at the bottom! In this fusion, they started to move in one rhythm given by Cat. Atlas didn't need to move much. He thrusted deep inside his girl with every push the F1 monkey made. He could relish his heat and arousal building up to the fullest. The room was filled with their moans and groans, their breath shortened, and they gasped. They came at the same time, screaming one common scream. Oh my god, I just fucking dodged all that without rolling. They came at the same time, screaming one common scream as their orgasms rushed over their bodies and they fell into each other, exhausted. Cat pulled out and Atlas fell languid to the side, moving Turkey with him. Cat, you're a fucking loser, pulling out.
Oh my.
Get in there!
That's it.
No, I can't leave you.
Just get in there and fucking start the boss fight so I can get in there and not get my ass fucked. Ah! I'm dead.
No.
You took too long.
How fucking dare you?
Wrapping a quilt around them and hugging himself tight on the back. Atlas kissed her dearly, one arm around her, holding her firmly. His other arm moved around her back and clasped him tight. Turkey turned her head, kissed Cat deeply before he kissed the anchor goodnight. Finally, the threesome was satisfied. Oh my god, about fucking time. How many orgasms was that? Like 20 each? They huddled closer together and went out like a light, deep in their well-deserved sleep. When they woke in the morning, they went out together for a delicious breakfast on Long Lynn Road.
Oh my god.
I'm loving this. Bye.
To anybody listening to this, hopefully you had a good time and came as many times as these people did in the story. If you did somehow do that, you should probably contact your doctor because you've been erect for more than 4 hours. And remember, do not contradict your muscles. Now upload this shit and make me proud.
You have an intoxicated bisexual in your group as well. Just to let you know.
Right.
At the very least, let me fucking post it to the Slice Slack.
Yeah. I can say, as myself, I didn't even get hard over this.
Yeah, like.
Like, it didn't even bother me. Oh, yeah, probably.